What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium. Welcome back after an off day Tuesday. It was nice just to sit around and watch the Toronto Blue Jays win their home opener 9-3 with no bets in place, although I'm kind of bummed that I didn't, because if there were two bets I was going to make, it would have been Manoah over 1.5 walks because his control is shaky in big games, and then when the Blue Jays went down 3-0, they were plus 190. They won that game easily and give up another run after that. And I would have bet that, but I didn't, but that's okay. We're back here for a Wednesday. The NBA play-in has begun. The NHL playoffs are about to start, so I'm staying away from the NHL the last couple days. Just don't want to touch too much of that. I might get in a little bit later with some personal stuff, but I'm going to stay away from that initially. But we are going to start in the NBA, and we're going to start with the Oklahoma City Thunder New Orleans Pelicans matchup. I'd be so much more intrigued about this if Zion was playing. This play-in game wouldn't be happening if Zion was playing, because the Pelicans, well, they were very good before Zion went down for an injury, but he's been out for months, and I think that's going to be the deciding factor. Now, you look at trends, you can look at stats, and you can look at matchups. Once you get into these playoff situations, a lot of that you kind of have to throw out the door. But if you do want to look at the numbers, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the New Orleans Pelicans played 4 times this season. New Orleans won the first matchup by 4. They won the second matchup by 3 in overtime. Those were both with Zion. Without Zion, they won by 3, and they lost by 14. So I think the Oklahoma City Thunder probably have the better chance. Now, Thunder haven't been playing great lately, but again, it's been the end of the season. The standings have been set. Players haven't been playing. It's hard to know really what teams are going to do. Pelicans have been hot. Thunder have been cold. Doesn't matter. Pelicans really want to try to win games to get in, and the Oklahoma City Thunder were kind of set where they are. When you look at injuries, they will be without Zion. They will be without Alvarado, and Larry Nance Jr. is questionable. On the flip side for the Thunder, you don't really have any injuries that you haven't already had most of the season anyways. Everybody is probable. Lou Dort is probable, etc., etc. I think that they're going to be able to, yes, Ingram is a hell of a player, but I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a better player. I think they're going to be able to ride him a little bit more. I think they're going to be able to get it done down low as they have been doing. And I think the Pelicans are just going to miss the presence of Zion Williamson. This team is built around him. Loved this team to start the year. Now there's big question marks. I just don't really understand what's going on with Zion. He's missed, how many games has this guy played? He has not played since January the 2nd at this point. He played 29 games this year, played 61 last year, played 24. He's missed an entire season. I don't know. But I actually don't mind Oklahoma City Thunder on the money line on this. We're going to play a little bit safe, plus 5.5, because it's a nice cushion. And I'm going to take that bet at minus 110. Moving to the majors, we've got the Blue Jays and the Tigers. A nice little parlay going. Jays come into this 7-4. Tigers are 2-8. Tigers are not great. On the hill tonight for the Toronto Blue Jays is Kevin Gausman. I wanted to just bet this game straight up on the run line, but it is juicy. It's like minus 135 on the run line, which I don't like. So I parlayed that with the alternate line of 12.5. Now, the game last night was a hell of a game. It was a barn burner. The Jays scored 9, and that still fell short. Now, can the Tigers score a bunch of runs against Kevin Gausman? That's where I'm laying the money, because pitching for the Tigers tonight is Eduardo Rodriguez. He's pitched twice this year. He's averaging 5 innings and averaging 3.5 earned runs. Not terrible. He lost 4-0 to the Devil Rays and 8-2 to the Houston Astros, 2 of the better teams. Tampa hasn't lost yet. We'll get to that in a minute. So for him to come in and play the Blue Jays, I don't think he's going to be so terrible that the Jays are going to score 15 runs on their own. Especially, they're going to be coming down off a bit of an emotional high from their home opener. Typically, there's maybe a little bit of a lull, but I think Gausman's going to have a really nice game. So I expect them to win this one, maybe like 5-2, 5-3, something in that range. Maybe even less. Maybe the Tigers only score 1 or 2 runs. But I don't suspect we're going to see an unbelievable, 15-8 type of game. So I like that total to go under 12.5. The actual total is set at 8. So we cranked it way up by 4.5 runs. So I'm taking the Toronto Blue Jays on the run line. And for this total to go under 12.5, that gets us a plus 111 parlay at FanDuel. Your last bet of the day, as I mentioned, is the Tampa Rays, who have won 11 straight games. I believe I was going to bet them to be the first one to 10 because I saw that on my Twitter and I didn't do it, and I should have. And usually I'm someone who bets the trends, and you can say bet the trend until it ends. I'm going to do the opposite of that, and I'm going to bet for that trend to end today because I like this pitching matchup a lot For the Boston Red Sox and the Red Sox haven't been great. They're not that good. They're 5-6. Chris Sale's on the mound, and he has not been great at all. Chris Sale is somehow 1-0 this season, despite having an ERA north of 11. He pitched 5 innings against Detroit Tigers last time out, gave up 3 earned runs, walked 3. That's the one where he got the win. They won 6-3. Previous to that, in the opener against Baltimore, it was his first start in a long time. He went 3 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 2 walks, and 7 earned runs. He gave up 3 home runs. He's going to start getting into his groove. Now, are we going to see the Chris Sale from, 2017? Probably not. I think that Chris Sale's probably gone, but he's still a pretty good pitcher. And going for the Tampa Rays is a rookie in Taj Bradley. Now, he's one of their top prospects, absolutely. He's being called up, making his major league debut tonight against the Red Sox, replacing an injured Zach Eflin. The 22-year-old righty is one of the more exciting pitching prospects in baseball, and he's posted a 2.57, 1.04 whip across 133 innings last year. That was between AA Montgomery and AAA Durham. Now, what has he done this season? He started this year in Durham. He's 1-0. He's got a 5.14 ERA in 2 starts. He's only pitched 7 innings so far for Durham. Now you're getting called up to the majors to pitch against Chris Sale and the Boston Red Sox. Oh, by the way, while your team's 11-0 to start this season, that's a lot of pressure. And so for that reason, I'm out on the Red Sox continuing their streak. So give me the Boston Red Sox plus 110 at Bet365. That is your Wednesday card. Tonight we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 5.5. Minus 110 at DraftKings. I've got the Blue Jays on the run line and total under 12.5 parlay for plus 111 at FanDuel. And give me the Boston Red Sox on the money line plus 110 at Bet365. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. Follow me on Twitter at Tyler Conniam for more picks and props throughout the day. TikTok, Instagram for just the picks portions, and audio versions available on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. So have a great Wednesday. What a great time of year to talk sports.